Hi, today's lesson will be about static electricity. We know that all matter, such as paper, wood and metal, are made up of positive and negative charges. That is because all atoms contain positively charged protons in the nucleus, negatively charged electrons in the shells, and neutrons, which have no charge, also in the nucleus. Sometimes we can add or remove only the negative charges. In other words, we can make an object slightly more negative by adding electrons or slightly more positive by removing electrons. For example, if I get a balloon and I rub it on a cloth, then the balloon will pick up extra electrons from the cloth, therefore making it slightly more negative. So what I'll do is I'll just rub the balloon on the cloth, and as I said earlier on, all matter is made up of positive and negative charges. So if I get some paper and place this negatively charged balloon near it, the paper should start to stick to the balloon. That's because the paper contains protons which are positively charged, and that is attracted to the negatively charged balloon. Now, when the balloon is rubbed on the cloth, we say that the balloon has a negative static charge as it has gained electrons. We say that the cloth has a positive static charge as it has lost some electrons. Now, which way the electrons move depends on the material. As I said earlier on, the balloon gains electrons. If I was to get an acetate rod and I was to rub it on the cloth, then the acetate rod would lose electrons because of its property. We would now say that the acetate rod has a positive static charge and not a negative static charge. Because it lost electrons, it is now slightly more positive. Okay, so let's just put all this away. Okay, so the next thing we need to look at is what happens if an object keeps on gaining negative electrons. As more and more electrons are transferred to the object, let's say we're rubbing the balloon and lots of electrons are transferred to the balloon, and the size and charge increases, then a potential difference will occur between the charged object and Earth, or any earthed object like us. If the potential difference between the charged object and the earthed object or Earth is large enough, then the electrons can jump across the gap, which we will see as a spark, such as lightning. When the clouds rub together, the electrons are transferred from one cloud to another. And if the potential difference is large enough, we will see a jump up where the electrons will jump across the gap, which we will see in the form of lightning. Okay, so that is static electricity, where electrons can be transferred between objects, and if the object gains lots and lots of electrons, the electrons can jump across the gap if there is a potential difference which is large enough.